Hi guys, it's back to school time, and whether you're schooling from home or sending your kids to school, I've got 3 no-bake lunch treats for you to make. And the first 2 start with the same basic ingredients, but just the way you put it together makes them seem different for the kids. So we're gonna start with, I've got a double bowl system, and I'm gonna put warm water in the bigger bowl. And the reason why I'm doing this is we're going to be working with raw honey, and I don't really want to cook the honey, so I could microwave it, but that would kill all the good ingredients in my honey. So I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to add 1 cup of natural peanut butter, and I just use the Costco brand, Kirkland brand of organic peanut butter. And it doesn't have to be organic, but I like this one because it doesn't have, extra sugar and that kind of thing. This is raw honey, and it's been warming for me because it had crystallized. So I put it in just a little bit of warm water ahead of time so that I could measure it out for you. I also sprayed my measuring cup with olive oil just to help the honey come out. I'm going to stir this together just until it's smooth. And I'm just going to tip it so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. All right, that was easy. Now 3 cups of Cheerio-like cereal. This is from Aldi, whatever brand you like. I use the plain because it's sweet enough with the honey in there, but you can use any flavor of Cheerios that you like. All right. I'm just gonna fold this. Oh, that was messy. I'll fold this together till it's well coated. Then I'm going to press it into a 7x11 pan. If you don't have that size pan, you can use a square pan, 8x8 or 9x9. They all hold about the same amount of stuff. And then I'm going to pop this into the fridge to firm up. And I will probably insert later footage of me pulling these bars out once they're firm. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, here are the Cheerio bars. They've been chilling for about 30 minutes. Normally, I would chill them longer, but I don't think they're gonna come out. But you can cut them in the same kind of size bars that you did the other ones, or you can cut them in squares. The granola bar recipe made about 12 bars. The prune balls made about 12 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one's gonna make 12. So that gives you about an idea of what you got. They need to chill a little longer, but then they'll make those nice bars. These are kind of my favorite. They're dangerous for me to have in the house because I can eat the whole pan. The second recipe we're going to make is chocolate chip granola bars. It starts with the same hot water, double mixture, 1/2 cup of raw honey, and 1 cup of natural peanut butter. And I'm I'm just going to stir that together until it's uniform and smooth. This might take a minute longer because I pulled this peanut butter straight out of the fridge where the other had been sitting out for a little while. Then it's 3 cups of rolled oats, Old Fashioned Rolled Oats. 1, 2, sounds like Grant is coming home. 3, and 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips. I'm just going to keep mixing till it's all combined, and then I have a prepared pan. You can use a 7x11. This is an 8x8 square, and I just put some press and seal plastic wrap in it because I can't cut directly in this pan. But if you have a glass pan or a pan that will allow you to cut, you don't have to line it. This will let me lift them out so I can cut them on a cutting board. All right. There's just a little bit of dry bits in the bottom. All right. And I'm going to press this into the pan. They're nice and flat and pressed in, and then I'm going to chill these until they are firm. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes since everything was chilling, and I'm lifting. Let me show you how easy that is. I'm just lifting that out of the pan. These are the granola bars that we made. Peel off that. Well, that didn't go well. Just smush them back together. It's fine. Okay, then I'm going to use a knife just to cut them into bar sizes, trying to get them about the same size as what a commercial bar would be. I'll cut them in half, and then you can decide how you want to wrap them. If you're packing them for lunch, you can put them in plastic wrap or in a baggie, but if you're just using them for home snacks, then just put them in a glass type container. I'll just set mine in here, and they've got a lid, and I can keep them in the fridge while they'll stay, together. Okay, recipe number 3, you will need a food processor for. So other than that, if you have one, it's super easy. They are chocolate balls, and the base of them is prunes. Usually you'll see a recipe like this based in dates, but I really like to use prunes. They're a little bit more nutritious, they're sweeter without having more carbs, tons of good fiber. Okay, oops, but we're gonna start with the nuts first. So I've got walnuts here, lots of antioxidants, good healthy fats. You can use almonds, pecans, cashews, whatever kind of nut you want. Ooh, hazelnuts would be good. Okay, but first we're gonna grind up our nuts. And then everything else can go in. So that was 3/4 cups of walnuts, and now I have 1 cup of prunes. A little sticky. Then I have 1/4 cup of chia seeds. Chia seeds have good source of protein, fiber, healthy fats. Then I have 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. You can use just cocoa powder. The raw cacao powder is a little more expensive, but it's worth it in the extra antioxidants and nutrition that it has. Same chocolate flavor that you love from your cocoa powder. Then I have 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. And 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Coconut oil has a kind of fat in it that kind of lights your metabolic fire, so it helps you stay warm. These are good for the fall or winter, and just gives you these little bursts of energy. Okay, now we're just gonna make this into fine crumbs, hopefully. Scrape it down and mix again. This is what the mixture looks like. Now I could have ground the walnuts a little finer, and so you can do that based on what your kids like. Let's see if I can find my tiny cookie scoop. All right, I'm going to pack this in to my scoop. You could just roll these by hand and then plop it down. I probably will. Ah. That fell apart. You kind of have to squish it together. There. And make these little balls out of them. And then they will chill nicely and stay together for you. That coconut oil got a little melted from the heat of the mixing. And then once you chill it, it will firm up and make your balls firm. Back here so you can see what I'm doing. And that's it. Just spend a little time rolling them. You can roll them in extra things if you want. A little extra cocoa powder, coconut. I have some hemp seeds here. I might roll in a few little hemp seeds. That kind of helps get rid of any stickiness that might be left in the balls, but really they don't feel too sticky. Make it a little bit pretty. Let's see what they taste like. Just a little bit of chocolate flavor, a little sweet, a little bit crunchy, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna finish making these and then check on the other snacks that we made. I hope these recipes were helpful for you. I'm gonna have some more lunchbox style recipes coming up soon, so like and subscribe so you'll be notified when the next video comes out.